Her labor went into the second day. My son had brought 2 weeks worth of drugs with him because there's no point being in a hospital when you can't have your drugs. And in between contractions, he would go into the bathroom, shoot up, come back out, and all was well. The child was born. They had to use forceps to extract him. His face was all bruised. They cleaned him off, wrapped him up, gave him to mom. Oh, my little baby. Gave him to dad. And something happened. Dad started crying. Dad gave the little baby back to the mother, marched into the bathroom, reached into his pocket, pulled out a 2-week supply of heroin and crystal meth, dumped him in the toilet, flushed the toilet, marched across the hallway and said to the doctor, I have to be on methadone. I cannot lose my son. In 2 weeks, it's going to be 4 years that he's been clean. The girl's been clean even longer. She was the responsible one. Now, after the child was born, the mother, or grandma, my wife, decided to go and visit them like any responsible adult would do. So she goes down and visits. And the girl's father goes down and visits. He brings his parents, the great-grandparents. They go down. They visit him 2 or 3 times before this grandpa can pull himself away from his drugs and his addiction and go down and visit. 9 days later, heroic move, Gramps. I get down there, and the boy says to me as I'm leaving, if you want to be part of his life, you got to be off drugs. Now, you have to realize, coming from my son, that was huge. He had been struggling with addiction for years. The next morning, I called Creekside again. May 4th, I went in, had a great doctor, Dr. Beckett. And he said, if you want to come off methadone, you got to do it my way. It's got to be slow and gradual, because failing that, you will fail. I had some incentive, I had some support, I had some hope in being part of this new life that we had. So I followed his instructions, was on methadone, and when I came out of Creekside for the 8th time in 6.75 years, I was on a first name basis with all the staff there. They see me coming and just shake their head. Again? Again. So anyway, I get out to the real world. And I'm taking my daily dose of methadone, and I still have cravings, and I'd use my mantra, the one that I learned at Pacifica 3 years prior, and it would work. The cravings that I had, even when I was on methadone, would go. It was nothing serious. Until July 15th, 2017, I had the mother of all cravings. I was conspiring in my mind, how can I possibly get some drugs so that no one knows? And how do I hide it so I can do it again? Anyway, before I could find a phone, I'm thinking to myself, what if I prayed? So I did what any good Christian man anyway, I prayed.